So, yeah, my original run of this went really bad. And thus I'm trying to do like a second take. But of course I'm doing like my one of my successful runs. And I'm recording this commentary in post, once again. So, you know, in retrospect, this is like, I guess, final stage of this game, which is Sacred Grounds. It's really challenging, especially the first try. It's just, you know, you need to do a lot of boosting in the first, on the first screens, and then there's literally hell breaking loose with all the enemies flying around and stuff. But in retrospect, well, it's hard, but it's a legitimate kind of challenge. No, there's no like near impossible jumps or like asshole traps and stuff. Just need to have a concentration and basically know what's going on. So here is like the corridor where stuff falls. You need to avoid it. You know, my strategy here always been you can't avoid anything, so it's better to get hurt by angels because they take 5 damage than by bricks. But on this run I try to do that, you know, I keep this constant tension and stuff, but I'm still kicking their asses. And I nearly died there. I mean, I have 2 health left. I don't know how this happened. I mean, I have 45 health at the start. And then... well, yeah, they take either 5 or 10 damage. So I actually don't know how I ended up with 2 health left. It's some kind of magic. And here's like, I say, the actual meat of this game. Where it can be insanely hard if you do a speedrun. Just try to flash through the game, or you know, you can actually regain health up to a maximum. But I don't think I do that here. Once again, this is like a perfect run of mine. Just how I ended up. And yeah, this is like one of many attempts that I tried to do. But once again, you know, every time I could get to the boss, that, you know, boss of this game, I would always find a way to defeat me. So yeah, with time and practice, it's really mundane stuff. One thing you need to know is when the angels start flying at you, like here, there's actually a finite number of them, so you can just stand around and, well, grind for health. They don't give out much, but still, it's better than try to like progress through the game and avoid stuff all at the same time. And if you attempt to speedrun, well, you need Snake because it can shoot through walls and destroy like those blockades even before you come to them. Luckily, every time I could reload the game, so you know you could see the story, because I thought I'd record only my, well, not record, but publish all my successful runs, but at least subsequent runs, those like messages, they don't pop out. So yeah, don't skip them, read them once and be done with the story of Ballos in half 1 minute. Yeah, here I'm just, you know, sniping those bastards. And you don't want to get hit by, you know, those big guys, because they take 10 hits of damage, and 10 damage is something you just cannot afford in this run. Basically, you know, all the enemies are here just to drain your health to minimum, so you know, you have to fight like bosses on rare and quick on HP. Still, they do put like cards to like distract you if you speedrun and stuff. And this one I ended up not getting because they didn't drop anything when I killed them. strategy here is to be really careful and methodical. And know when the enemies will spawn, like here. Just stand here and shoot them with nemesis. Actually, that's one thing, you know, kinda cool about this game is you have Curly with you and she covers your back. Like she would tell you when she was giving you the heart medicine, so it's actually a wizard thing. And that's why I like to get nemesis, even though the blade has like plot significance. You know, the weapon you get from the king when he is dead. It's a good weapon, it looks cool. But still, in this final thing, you need Curly to have nemesis. Ultimately, it's a perfect weapon to have because she doesn't level up. And nemesis only levels down with each level up. So yeah. And I think I forgot that they spawn here. So I end up shooting a bunch of them at the entrance to the meat boss. The meat boss is pretty much easy, but once again, he's designed so he would drain your health because there is so much stuff going around. The only thing you can concentrate is the sound he makes when he fires his laser. Otherwise, just shoot him down. And avoid the laser because it hurts. I don't think it hurts much, but it's still like draining HP. And that's a bad thing. One thing's kinda good for Cave Derpy. Well, not good, but makes it easier. So yeah, this area, once again, it's a hint to like final area when you come through this from the plantation. And now I'm going to... I think I would go to try to exit the plantation, but the door would be locked. Oh no, I'm going to the hall of like all those people who... well, not people, but creatures who wore the crown through ages. And you can finally see like the doctor's real name. It's Fuihikodate. And of course you can't exit. But you can exit through this door, which actually leads you to the ultimate final boss of the game. But while I'm distracted, one thing that's good about this game is you have like not one but two restoration items. So yeah, it makes it... you get 33% easier because you have 3 health bars instead of 2. Well, if you place yourself and know how much damage he gets, so you don't waste any health. And here he starts talking about how he's crazy and how you need to kill him. So yeah, I guess technically he is the hardest boss in the game because he has multiple forms and he just can get a ton of damage at you. So his first form is kind of weird. I mean, he flies in those like rectangular lines after you. So one thing you need to do is to go to the air and kill him on his way down, because it's a perfect way to like charge your laser. One thing I don't like is you don't know when he will charge you because he just does it so quickly, so stay away from him. Yeah. That's the first item that, you know, replaces one useless item in the original game story. So this is still the first form. Sometimes you can fly through there and try to shoot you with lightning. I mean, if you can't multitask, just avoid lightning, but if you can, it's a good way to damage him. So here, he can crush you and do 16 damage. And this form, if you know what you're doing, it's the easiest one. Basically, stay on the ground and use your booster way too often, because booster just makes you faster. First of all, he crushes you at 16 damage, so you absolutely cannot afford to do it. Second, charge your laser. You need to charge it and release it when you're getting on his eye level, so it will do a ton of damage to him. And here I tried to do it but I failed. Once again, maybe Snake would be better on this boss, but you can actually stand on him and kind of stand on his eyelash and just shoot him constantly, but he will knock you out. And one thing I would do is I would lose myself in like chaos and end up getting hurt a lot. So here I choose to stand on the ground, just get past him, and he will do 3 jumps and then stay long enough for you to release your eye laser. Or to laser his eyes. I don't know. And those demons can get your health, but they respond way too quickly, so way too often you find yourself getting more hurt if you try to go for this stuff, but it's still there. I just prefer not to use it because, well, frankly I can't. As you can see, you know, if you fire your laser right, it does really great damage on this form. So it ends. His third form can be kinda tricky, and it can also do a ton of damage to you, especially if you hurt it with his eyeballs. So, you know, when he's coming after you, you just need to go between his eyes. And yet, this one trick, you know, you need to learn how to get between his eyes and not get hurt, like I did here, because 14 damage and 14 damage is still a lot. Those skulls, they're annoying, but they do way less damage than your eyeballs. And you can avoid them pretty much easily. You just know where you are at all times. Because camera kinda follows him, so you can get off screen. So I'm already defeated his third form and I'm going to his final form, which can be ludicrously difficult or insanely easy. I kinda don't have a strategy for this form, I mean... You know, you either die on this way too quickly, and that's what ended up happening on multiple of my failed attempt runs. Or you can just, you know, kill him with one hit. Well, not one hit, but... You can kill him without even getting damage, so... As you can see, there's way too much stuff going on. You have those platforms and the ground suddenly covered with spikes, which hurt you. And if you destroy his eyeballs now, they will fall off and do a ton of damage to you, because they will bounce around the room. Plus he summons his angels, but now they're red for some reason, and they just keep shooting. Those angels won't be able to hurt you, but sometimes they do, so... I think this form is entirely random. You can see, like, whatever this ball is decaying and eating skulls, it's creepy as hell. I kinda don't know whether you would charge your laser to do, like, insane damage to him or just, you know, shoot. To kinda get rid of smaller stuff like those angels. I guess it's a combination of both, I mean. There we go, he's dead already. And so the game ends with this. You know, in my original run, I guess I was kinda getting hurt by his second form a lot, because I didn't know that you actually need to stand on the ground and just go back and forth, and this is the best strategy. But on the runs that you didn't have to see it, the final form would just annihilate me really quickly, for some reason. I mean, I had like 55 health on him because I used my second healing item. In the original cave story, you have like just one healing item from Chenka. Even if you manage to keep it and not waste them on like the Doctor and the Misery in the early boss runs. So there we go. Looks like we're going to die in this tunnel. And you know, cave story is kinda great in that regard, you know. You need to do some stuff to kinda get your boosters 2.0, then save Curly, and this is, you know, inexperienced in its own way, and then you need to like restore her memory and stuff, and then you get access to this like final area, and yeah. in many ways it's really rewarding if you manage to get through it and see like the true ending for this game, so kudos to that. And well, we flew off, and the curse is lifted, and everyone's happy. Well, not everyone, there's still a ton of murder that went by, especially to Mimiga. But you know, all is well that ends well. I mean, Curl is saved, and we're kind of alright. And the curse of the crown is destroyed, so you know, none other would count for this crown and stuff. I guess we finally freed like Ballos from his ultimate madness. His story kinda dark. I don't know. Guess we really like this game. So believe it or not, you can speedrun this entire thing in like less than 3 minutes. And I have no freaking idea how they pulled it off. You can Google it. It's just insane to watch. And basically this clock that you pick up at the outer wall, it's for speedrunning this section, so you know, the author knew that this section would be for hardcore gamers, and what else do you need but, you know, speedrun the hardest section in the game and then go to the hardest boss and stuff. Well, if you try to speedrun, this would be a tons of harder, because then you would have no time to like regain your health and stuff, and you know, you need to always charge your laser to do a ton of damage to Ballos and stuff. Once again, you know, releasing the laser on his eye level when he's in second form and even in his first form, it kinda takes practice and, you know, fine aiming. Something that I do not have. Well, I do have practice, because I managed to beat this kind of things. Still, it's kinda cheaty because I used like second healing item. But you know, if it's there in this game, then why not use it? I think I managed to go through Ballos like once in Cave Story Plus. With only one healing item. But it was a hell in its own merits. Yeah. Cave Story 3D... No, they have multiple difficulty settings. I don't know if it was only on easy, but they have like additional health capsules, so your health would be like 100 instead of 55. That could help. Yeah, I think this hack is a long way to go if it could be managed. I mean, ultimately the ending screen still shows quad instead of Derpy. Plus, you know, you need to kind of bring your own continuity instead of like saying that, you know, ponies came along with robots and you have like a pony instead of quad playing the game. Plus, Curly needs to be a pony, not those like doctors. Since once again, that, you know, in the original game Curly was kinda like you, so it makes her special in this regard, so seeing as you're a pony and Curly is still like Curly, kinda takes away from this experience. Looks like that Gust didn't die after all. And now he's like once again, so maybe the curse... I don't remember if like they show you stuff if you go for normal, I think, or like for trend. So I can't say if, you know, this ghost story is once again managed by the curse get lifted or not. Basically, you don't know anything about him. He looks kind of like Balrog. He's kind of shadowy, and you defeat him and get the medicine. That's all he does. So yeah, maybe if I try to like decode and split that original stuff, I'll post it in link in the video description. But looking back at it, I don't like it. I mean, you know, it was like 2 or 3 AM when I finally beat this game at the first try, and it's kind of overflowing with emotions, so I might as well be shouting at the screen and using really harsh language at this game. And you don't need to do it. It's kind of like, you know, if you can pull off, you know, renting for entertainment purposes, that's fine, but most of the people, you know, if they start shouting and doing stuff, it's not fine, it's the opposite kind of like fun. Because when people are angry and express their anger, it makes you feel uneasy, ultimately. So yeah. Well, I don't know if I would, you know, continue to looking for this hack and see if it goes any way forward or just stop at this point. But for now, this game is done.